do you guys feel like we're ready to start some D&D?
No.
Never, but yes.
Okay. So last time you guys made your way to the university with an impromptu investigation that went. It happened.
As well as could be expected.
And then outside you were accosted by a spirit, a guard or knight of some sort, and several small creatures that Wemo identified for you as thralls. As you met Wemo, a young fairy lady who guided you to a bar, the Chubby Dryad, and then down into the hidden bar beneath the Whispering Faucet, where you met with Zavkeldo Nalvaros and struck up a temporary business deal to do some work for him in collapsing a Simic laboratory nearby, as well as then venturing out of the 10th district towards an area where you could enter into Zonot 2 and into older Simic laboratories and warehouses to retrieve an artifact for him. As you guys were tired and it was very late at night and you just had your fight, you're now had made your way back home, spent some time looking at the stars, and rested. We join you guys the next morning. What do you guys want to do?
Well, I'm spooning Irikai.
Irikai is not there.
Damn it!
You wake up and you're like, oh, Irikai, and it's a pillow.
Blinking outline.
He's been coming home. He just leaves as soon as I'm awake.
I'm going to get up early and go find like a market or anything that I can get, some basic food for a few days travel.
Well, there is food in the house already, and there is also food sitting outside your door.
Well, not that food.
Okay.
Okay, so can I stock enough in my bag from our stores for 5 days?
Yes, easily.
Okay, 5 days.
Is this for yourself or for us?
Well, I mean, my assumption is that everyone is self-sufficient and will get their own food.
I have my own food.
Yeah, when you come down in the morning, some of it's missing. Like a good portion of it.
My food?
Several days worth, yeah.
Wemo! I know you're in here. Don't touch my stuff.
I'm up in my room and I just hear you yelling like, oh. No comments. Are you awake?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean...
Does my yelling not wake you?
5 more minutes.
I'll draw a picture of Wemo and then rip the part where the wings are. And turn around and show the room.
Picture?
I have a pen and paper.
Can Raven draw, though?
Probably not, but I drew the constellations last night.
Crushed it.
It's a stick figure with wings.
Yeah.
Now without wings.
Now without wings. You're standing in the middle of the first floor.
Since some of my rations are missing, I'll go grab some of the nasty food that gets delivered. Should I erase some of my rations then? I had 30 days worth.
Oh, 30 days? For some reason I thought it was 20 days.
I had 20 days, but then I had 10 days in my Explorer pack.
No, that food you don't have.
Why?
You don't have it.
I ate it already?
No. But when you came to Ravnica, that food was no longer with you.
Oh, okay. So then
Can you
I...
not bring unpackaged food through customs when you're plane shifting?
I'll look in my bag, count, realize that the 10 that I did have before are gone, and then I will grunt and eat the picture that I drew of Wemo. And then I'll go eat a nasty rotting apple.
Okay. After I get ready for a bit.
It's not rotting, it's just squishy.
I'll eat my pungy apple. Pudgy.
I'm gonna come out and see your door open, your room empty. Your door's
My door's
closed.
not open, it's closed, but...
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna knock on your
Can I
door.
just leave my bedroom door open?
Try to get you moving.
Uh,
It's time to go. We have a lot to do today.
okay, you can come in if you need to.
I don't want to come in.
Okay, I'll be out.
Are you out of bed?
Yes.
Do I believe them?
No.
No insight roll needed.
No, they're lying to you, and you know that.
The bus leaves in 5 minutes. Let's go.
Okay, they're gonna get it. And just like their hair is like this, and then they put their ponytail in, just like a little like of hair. It's just like it's a whole mess. And I'll get up and go get some moldy food or rot farm food. So good.
As we come around the down the stairwell, I'll toss like a piece of gross fruit at you.
Good morning.
Catch.
I've taken the liberty of getting us ready a little bit. I put some rations for all of us in my bag, and we should be ready to go soon. Don't you think?
I'm ready to go now.
I think we should stop for coffee before we go.
You have a fascination with that.
That's a
I
good
do.
idea. Yeah,
It's very good.
I've never had it before, but yeah, I'm already getting a little bit.
Didn't
of a
you guys go get
fascination
some?
for it.
Yeah,
What?
I'll get some. I'll be back.
I mean, didn't we go to a coffee shop and get some?
Yeah, we didn't like buy grounds. We got like cups of Joe.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with you.
You
want
coming?
some?
I want to bag up all my rations. Keep my hand on the bag and look for any sign of Wemo.
Okay.
I literally told you that I took some of the food.
No, you didn't.
I just did.
Wait, you took it from her rations? I thought you went out and bought some.
No, I presumed they were just for us, and I was getting ready to go, and I put
Did
some
you hear
in
her
my
say
bag.
that?
Yes.
I heard her say she was going to a market, and then I
That's
heard her
what I
say that she is assuming that everyone is self-sufficient.
Sufficient. That's all I heard.
That's not what I told you guys.
That's not what Blake said, yeah.
That's
Is that not what you
was
heard?
Just, I was just
I was
saying
not
that.
listening.
But I told you guys that I got some food from our stores, and I was getting us ready for our journey. So I have some food for us.
Okay.
Yes.
So you packed a sack lunches? Is that what you're saying?
5 days of sack lunches, yes.
Yes!
With little names.
So wait, does Raven know that she's the one that got in her bag or not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Then I have a very different reaction.
Okay, rewind.
Sorry, my mind is blown because you said a bunch of stuff and didn't make sense. Okay.
We weren't listening because we weren't in the scene.
Okay.
I'm going to get coffee.
Also same.
I will go, but I'll stay right behind Remora.
Wemo, are you coming?
Not let her get behind me.
Wemo?
We know is not here.
Can I hear Wemo?
Make a perception check.
This is gonna be the entire game, isn't it? Oh no. 4.
Oh my god, it's the phone.
No, you hear some hustle and bustle outside, sound of the city waking up, or seemingly already having been on the move for a while.
Alright, coffee time.
Coffee.
Okay. You make your way across to the Cup and Steam. Are you just planning to get the same coffee as the day before?
Mhm, yeah.
Okay. That'll be 10 zib each.
So
I'll
10
try
zib is
it.
1 Xeno? No. 10 zib.
It's the equivalent of 100, 1/10 of a Xeno. There's 100 zib, it is Xeno.
10 zib is a dime.
Yeah, yes, it's
Dang it, my 1 zip. I have 5 1 zip pieces and 3 25 zip pieces.
This is too hard,
you
Joey.
can
So I
break.
take away 1 of my 25 zip pieces and get 15 1 zip pieces?
Yep, that is exactly what will occur, except the coins you get look different from the zibs you already have.
Oh, this is confusing.
Fuck this. I mean, Joey, this world is beautiful. I want to live here forever. How do they look different?
It looks like they were just minted differently. They have smooth edges. They're kind of an alms coin.
But beyond that, they're the same material, same. Yeah. Okay. Weird. All right.
So, you drink this stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Why would you put this in your body? It's the color of mud.
I would assume that you like
It's
to eat mud.
much worse than that people ingest on a regular basis.
Like?
I said people, not me.
Like?
Like?
fantasy drugs. I'm sorry.
Elven pipeweed?
Okay, yes, elven pipeweed. Have you heard of that?
No.
Surprising. Okay. Well, I'm kind of wanting to get on the road early.
Let's go. Let's go blow some shit up.
Yeah.
Well, recall you had asked.
Oh, we need a carriage.
Well, the carriage was going to arrive for you first thing in the morning, and then you said you might have things you wanted to take care of, so you were told it would arrive later in the morning.
Oh.
Because you had said you had you might want to take care of.
What did we need to take care of?
I don't know.
Oh, shopping for food.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Just
And
simple.
you shopped instead in my bag, which...
I thought they were...
It wasn't in your bag. You had said that you had set it up all up on that counter last time.
Yeah, it was just there. I thought you were
Oh,
buying
okay.
groceries for us. I'm
No.
sorry. Oh, okay. Well, it's still ours. We've already been sharing it. I'm just carrying it.
Well, this is awkward. I'm gonna go see Wemo.
Wimo's probably, like, right behind us.
I know, but I feel like she would say something.
Wemo, hey, we know you're there. We want to talk to you. Well, now that Wemo's not here, can I just talk about how absolutely annoying and horrible I find her to be?
You find everyone annoying and horrible.
She's literally the worst. I'm really glad she's not here to hear that.
So, when you said you kind of liked her last night, that was just because she was there, you were trying to be nice?
No, I mean, I do like her. I just thought that would work.
Oh, okay. I was trying to figure out if you'd ever been nice in your life.
Probably not. For a good reason.
What reason?
Because people like to steal my belongings. Have you ever heard of something like that happening?
I'm just not responding. I'm
Is
like,
Erica here?
This is too early. This is too early for this. Jeez.
Erica is not, no.
I'm gonna go look out the door. Is the carriage there?
Not yet.
Okay.
So... Oh no, I copied down that spell last night, right?
Yes.
Correct.
Well, I have some spell work to do. I'll see you guys back at the house.
Sure.
Okay. And I leave this awkward situation.
I'm gonna go see if Aljor's shop is open. Right.
It is currently all 3 floors visible, yes.
Alright.
I'll follow
Oh boy.
behind you
Oh my god.
so you can't thieve from me anymore.
Alright, I go in the shop.
You see Aljor, as he's been every other time you've entered actually, just turned over the flask and everything, this time the same smaller setup you saw him working with yesterday morning. He turns just a small, this time pink mug in his hand. Oh, hi.
Good morning.
I'm just getting everything open. Are you back for more paper and things?
No, I think they got themselves sorted out yesterday. Can we sell things here?
I'm always looking for a good business deal, so if you have any wares
Sure.
worth looking at, I don't mind taking the time.
Okay. I'm gonna get out the 2 golden discs and the golden longsword from yesterday.
I thought I had the 2 gold discs.
I think we all got some, right?
There were 4 in total, so
Oh,
if you
so
both
4.
have 2
2,
written down,
and we
Okay,
each.
yeah.
that just means that Harlan didn't take any.
Harlan's been pretty anti-theft so far, so... I guess not, though. We'll
No.
figure it out.
I'll hold on to my 2 discs for now. I want to look at them and see if they're magical or do anything.
Aljor takes, you said the 2 discs and something else?
And the golden longsword.
Takes them, looks, you see him reach under the counter and pull out a pink crystal, places it up to his eye, and it's shaped like a traditional diamond where it comes to a point at the bottom, and you'd assume it's very difficult to look through that, but as he just like holds it up to his eye and glances over everything, then puts it back under the counter. So for these, I can definitely make use of them in some of my work. For the disc, I can give you 5 Xeno. For the blade, I can give you 50.
And they're just basic gold. There's nothing special about them.
Doesn't appear to be, no. This blade is similar to what the Debt Knights of the Orzhov Guild use.
Okay, good to know. Yeah, that sounds like a good deal. So, that would be a total of 55 gold or Xeno.
5 each.
Oh,
for
60.
disc.
So 60.
60 in total.
Okay. Get a deal.
Look
I just-
around. Is there anything new here today?
Nothing new, though the number of several things has changed slightly. For example, there were 3 bows you saw behind the counter yesterday. There's only 1 there now. And there's 1 fewer longsword as well. You didn't take enough time to really look over the things on the shelves, so it's hard to tell, but everything looks mostly, at least, as it was.
Is it okay if I just materialize because I want to buy something instead of doing magic stuff anyway?
We can say that, like, when they decided to go to the shop, you, like, get FOMO.
I was like up on the roof and I like saw them walk across the street and I was like, oh dang, I really want to go buy a thing.
I'm going to.
Hello, welcome to the shop.
Oh, good morning.
What? Oh, okay. Anyways.
I'm going to walk over to where he has potions and those kinds of things.
So those are also behind the counter, but they're
Okay.
all labeled.
Okay.
Potions of healing, restoration, health, water breathing, focus and aptitude, speed, flying, fire breathing, and then 2 labeled as alchemical. 1 acid, 1 is fire.
Ooh. Is there like only one brand, like one variation of potion that's labeled healing, or are there multiple healing?
You can see that they are in flask of multiple sizes
Okay.
with prices that scale alongside them.
How much for like the second from the smallest?
For the second from the smallest, those are labeled at 100 Xeno.
Hmm.
You got any armor?
Well, I have that Mizium set in the corner, or the cloak next to it also has some protective enhancements.
Yeah. How much are both of them individually?
Katie just vibrating.
I mean, I don't think Raven's ever had coffee before, so.
The set of the Mizium runs for 700 Xeno.
Yeah, not that one. How much is the cloak
the
one?
The cloak's only 230 Xeno. I get those pretty regularly.
And what's that do?
It helps to shield you from both mundane and magical assaults.
I'll take it.
That's perfectly fine. He walks over and takes it out of the little wardrobe. These are kind of my hot movers. They come in all the time, but members of the bank always are looking for stuff like this, so always hard to keep them in stock.
You're gonna look like a bank narc.
Bank narc.
We can disguise ourselves as bank people, debt knights or whatever. I have 2 pencils if you want to keep that one. Wait, no, you took one earlier.
I gave it back to you.
You did not! I only... Oh. Yeah, you can keep that.
You want to invite me right now? Because I gave it back to you.
You did give it back. Sorry.
Thank you.
Oh, also, before we go, I would like to purchase this pearl that you showed me the other day. Is it still there?
In fact, there are 2 of them there. For that piece, that's selling for 225 Xeno.
Okay, I'll take it.
Do I have an understanding of what restoration potions do?
So, due to your own magical acumen, you know what restorative magic frequently does, healing people of different conditions.
Okay.
So you would assume that potions labeled as such have similar effect.
Right. And how much is the smallest one of those?
All of the potions marked as restoration have a label for 75 Xeno.
Okay. I'm going to buy one of those.
There are currently 4 of those in the shop on
Okay.
the shelf.
I'll buy one of those and one of the smallest healing potions.
Okay. The smallest healing potion is labeled at 50 Xeno.
Okay.
Oh, these are actually my specialty. Like, while I deal in many wares, above all, I'm a chemister and love working on different ways to push the body and help it beyond its normal limits.
We've already seen your alchemy at work, so I was impressed and I wanted to see what else you have.
Yes. Feel free to keep me in mind if you end up needing any more.
I will. Well, is there anything else you guys want to look at?
I would like to go home and put on my new cloak and possibly walk a few laps around the house.
Sure. Yeah.
It's been a pleasure doing business.
Always a pleasure.
Lovely to see you.
Have a good day.
Let's make this a routine. See you tomorrow morning too, I guess.
We'll see
Very
that.
likely. If we're back.
Very unlikely.
Yeah, we won't speak. But we're not tall enough. Keep them, expecting.
She says out loud to me as we walk out of the store.
Oh my god. Okay.
I'm gonna go up to the roof and clutch my pearl and wait for the carriage.
About 10 minutes after you guys return, the carriage
Shit!
pulls up.
Still clutching my pearl, I will say. Time to
Wemo?
go.
Wemo? Nope. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go out to the carriage.
Alright, let's go. Just go ahead and put it on for now.
A short, stocky figure, his hair in a round wisp of hair that once was at the front, kind of combed back into the thicker bits of it along the side, opens the door for you.
Good morning.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Who are you?
I'm your
Hi.
driver.
Oh,
That was a given. But are you a friend of?
Svolosky?
Oh, okay. Do you have a name?
Yes.
I like him. I'll get in.
Yeah. He is a driver, and I get in.
I also get in.
These are my people. Yeah, she's really weird about names. Like, you'll finally tell her one and then she'll just tell
That's all
everyone.
good.
It's annoying. It's literally the worst.
I'm right here.
Yeah.
And as soon as you're alone in the carriage, you start to hear, "Oh, well, time we get underway."
Wemo, damn it.
Where were you?
And Wemo just materializes kind of in the middle. What do you mean? I told you I would always be there, waiting and watching.
Literally, I tried to talk to you like 15 times this morning.
Well, I wouldn't be a very good spy if you could know I was there.
She
Right?
has an excellent point.
But you don't have to spy
We
on us.
we
We're working
we know
together.
she's there though.
Yeah, but we were out in public and stuff.
And it's always good
Not
to
the whole
keep 'em
time.
guessing. That's the Wemo way.
You're an excellent spy, Wemo.
Hmm?
An excellent spy wouldn't tell the people they're spying on that they're a spy of that person.
Wait, Wemo, where did you sleep last night?
Like I said, always keep them guessing. That's the Wemo way.
I'm just confused. That's okay. Fine.
Okay.
Wemo,
I'm gonna continue to clutch my
did you
pearl.
sleep next to them?
No,
You sleep in my room.
no.
I'll kill you if you sleep in my room.
Okay.
Noted.
Did you see what happened when I thought you stole my food this morning?
Yeah.
That's what'll happen if you sleep in my room.
You gotta tear up more paper?
I'll tear off your wings and eat you.
Huh.
I don't
Just
think you
kidding.
could catch her. She's a very good spy.
The best, honestly.
Mm.
Well, not the best. That's the boss.
No, that's true.
See, even she admits it.
But clearly you've done for the best.
Mm-hmm.
So where are we going?
Well,
How long will it take us to get there?
I mean, just to get down to the first shelf from here, I don't know, a little bit under an hour.
Oh, good. I sit back and wait for my fucking cloak to attune to me.
And then, sorry.
And, also, when you asked Zavkato for the maps, he sent along these two.
Oh.
And she points to two scrolls under the opposite set of seats.
Well, I'll grab them.
One of them is a map of a laboratory. It looks like it's a 2-story area where there's one main chamber and then a set of bedrooms. And that main chamber is further subdivided, it looks like, into 3 or maybe even 4 areas where there's a crescent-shaped, looks like observation deck over an area that seems to be filled with all sorts of different what are labeled as vats, and a lower area that's labeled as medical space, and a higher area that's labeled as office. Stairs leading up to the bedrooms are at one end of the crescent, and stairs leading up to the office or down to the back zone are at the other end of the crescent.
Okay.
The second map shows the area very generalized leading out of the 10th district. It looks like this was likely made by hand very recently, and it shows the 10th district with Zone 7 marked on it, the path that leads out into District 6, and Zone 5 is marked on it, and the area past that into Maridi district with Zone 2 marked on it.
Okay.
As well as to the south of District 6, the Erbitrov district is marked, and to the north above it, District 7 is marked. Apparently...
So we've been telling people we're from District 6, right?
Should we ask Wilma about that and see what they think? What she thinks of that?
Also, one last thing, according to the map, in the Erbitrov district, it's marked as Orzov territory. District 7 is marked as Boros territory, and District 6 has the name Slitzt written upon it, which isn't familiar to you.
Okay.
What does Slitzt mean?
Oh, it's one of the Gruul clans.
Oh. Oof.
Should we expect?
They're really wild. They're not as big, though, as some of the other ones.
Should we expect trouble from the Gruul?
Well, we prefer, actually, if we have trouble, that it's always with the Gruul, because they're not going to report it to anyone.
That's a fair point.
It might be a little bit safer if we want to take a longer route through District 7, but if we get caught by any of the Legion, that could go poorly.
Yeah, I wouldn't really want that to happen.
They don't like them.
Will you be with us for the whole journey?
Absolutely.
Will you be visible and guiding us?
Not outside the carriage, no.
Okay. Alright. Sounds about right. And is this laboratory where the building that he wants us to blow up?
Yeah.
Okay. Where?
Sting bomb went off this morning. Big purple haze over all of it.
Great. Where should we plant these power cells to blow it up?
My understanding is anywhere in the lab should work.
Okay, that's simple enough.
And no one will be there?
No, trust me. I've seen this stuff before. It's very stinky.
Is it still stinky?
Oh no.
Okay, understood.
It is stinky.
That's what it sounds like. Where, on this map, can you point to like where we're going to be entering the area?
Oh, there's a set of stairs. Most of the buildings along the first shelf, there's these odd stairs just to kind of get back into the recess where the buildings are. So at the top of a set of entry stairs, there's these big double doors, and then we're going to come in right here. And she points to the back of the crescent moon shape.
Okay, it's pretty straightforward.
Should we find things to cover our mouths then? Will we be negatively affected by...
No, that's the whole point. They're going to leave thinking that it's some experiment gone wrong and that it's going to poison everyone, but in actuality, no negative effects.
Do I believe her?
No one gets hurt. You can make an insight check.
I will. 24.
Seems to be genuine.
Okay.
You get the impression that she is planning to follow you, and she definitely doesn't seem concerned about it.
So we'll just be a little smelly. It's fine. You said we'll be there in a little under an hour?
Yep.
Alright.
And you're spending that time mostly attuning to your cloak, correct?
Yeah, so I'm just like messing with it, making sure it fits, getting the feel for it.
Cool.
And I'm gonna tune to my pearl.
Clutching it so good.
Clutching my pearls.
Can I see outside the carriage? Or is there...
There are blinds, just one small bit of cloth on either side covering a small window. You can pull back that.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Blind if you want.
keep an eye on where we're going and just see if I can kind of remember it.
Okay.
So it's +1 to all my saving throws as well?
Yes.
Wow.
Whoa.
Dopey dope.
Dope-a-doo. Harlan is sleepy today.
Harlan just had coffee.
Harlan overslept. You know when you sleep for too long and you get all sleepy? Yeah.
Harlan, wake up. We are doing a mission today. This is not time for you to try and get killed.
Raven, I'm not sleeping. I'm attuning.
Harlan!
I'm imagining Harlan, like, for some reason, with a giant jawbreaker cartoon style, with the fur. She's like, I'm attuning to it.
My teacher always said to become one with the magical item to attune to it. So you gotta,
Ingest it.
well, sort. You don't eat it or anything. You just have to get close to it.
That's creepy.
Well, stay awake.
No.
So the one thing that'll make your path different from the path you took yesterday is you'll exit off of 10th Street much further south to approach the area where you will descend on the opposite end, not near Prism University, but on the opposite side, where there's a ramp that allows the cart to get down onto that first shelf.
Okay.
It looks like at this side, there's just these ramps all the way, so it kind of spirals each layer of the shelf, and then another layer down, and then another layer down.
Cool. Alright.
But eventually, your carriage will come to a stop. So we're like maybe a 10-minute trek away from where it is. The plan is the carriage is going to keep going, and it'll pick us up on the other side. Just a quick, brisk run from where it is. Don't want to get dropped off too close, draw any attention. So
Do you think
this is our stop.
running would draw attention?
Well, we're going to run as we're leaving, not.
Yeah, there's going to be an explosion. Everyone's going to be running.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Yes. So right now we're being, normal, not trying to draw attention.
Like, do any of you have any experience breaking into places?
Yes.
No, really?
Well, yes.
Harlan.
Then we'll let you take the lead on this one.
Yes, please.
I said I have experience, not success.
They're taking the lead.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't think that they're perfectly suited for this task?
I mean, I think the world's greatest spy might be better suited.
The
Oh,
world's
don't worry.
second best spell.
I might.
Spy.
I'll be right behind. Or will I? Whoosh. And Wemo goes invisible.
Okay, cool. I'll take the lead.
All right, you're in the lead.
So
Don't talk to anyone. Be quiet.
across the entire shelf, again, it's one big circle, and each building has stairs kind of leading up to it because it's recessed into the what seems to be ground itself. So it's a pretty wide walkway, probably about 20 feet at its smallest portions, upwards of 30 to 40 feet at the larger sections of this path that just goes all the way around.
And do we have a clear idea of what structure we're looking for?
Yeah,
It'll be purple haze red.
Yes, and besides that, you were told that it was a Simic laboratory, and on this first shelf, while there are several odd-looking buildings, only one of them bears the insignia of the Simic Combine.
Let's go
And
ahead.
indeed, there is purple haze pouring out through its open front doors and through open windows.
Oh boy. Are there people gathered around it, or
Mm.
okay?
No, you see people all the way along the passageway as you made your way down, but even as you get dropped off, you're already starting to be able to smell this kind of putrid, alchemical nastiness.
It's not bad.
Alright, everyone. Walk with confidence. Pretend we're supposed to be here.
We are supposed to be.
Don't look around like a tourist. Just pretend you've been here before and you're just looking straight forward. Alright?
Okay.
There we go.
Okay.
Can I stealth in? Can I be kind of sneaky about it? We just walk in like normal people.
I'm walking in I'm trying to I'm here because there's an issue with the gas, and I'm here to fix it with my magical skills, because I'm a fancy professional wizard.
In a way, we are fixing it. We're getting rid of the problem altogether. So.
Whatever helps
You're
us save
very
lives.
morally ambiguous.
I'm just trying
So
to
are you
keep
following
face.
behind, or do you want to try to stealth in some way?
I'll follow behind them.
You can stealth if you want.
We'll just be walking in, and you're kind of crouching around, trying to...
So then it becomes, because it's pretty wide open, like I said, on the walkway. There's no other people really there, and it's just a set of stairs leading up. So what is your approach going to be then, if it's different from theirs?
Oh, I just, want to kind of, be like, and like scoot along and do maybe like a little roll,
Oh my god.
and then up the edge of the stairs, like this.
Okay, so 2 inconspicuous people, and then Raven rolling and doing quick turns behind.
Extra as fuck.
It worked really good. Idiot's just walking right in. At least try and be sneaky about it and not be seen.
Okay. So you guys walk in through the large set of double doors and indeed find yourself at the top of this crescent-shaped platform.
Wait, who's holding the stuff? I suppose since I'm taking the lead, I'll be holding it like a briefcase.
Yes.
Yeah, I look like a wizard James Bond right now. Super cool.
Super cool.
Super cool.
Unfortunately, we didn't have any handcuffs for you to attach yourself to it with, but...
Don't worry. I'll learn conjuration spells eventually.
And so you see a set of spiral stairs to your right at the far end of the crescent shape that lead up to bed chambers. At the left, you see stairs leading up to what looks like an observation deck or office. It's 2 interior walls made of glass, so it kind of looks like it just watches over everything else. The set of stairs that lead down into an area where you see all of these odd vats or small chambers made out of glass. They're kind of egg-shaped, and they're filled with this greenish, yellowy fluid, and you see things floating, seemingly suspended inside of them. At the very far end of the chamber, you see stairs leading down, and there seems to be a medical table set up there. Several surgical trays nearby, as well as small doors built into the wall all around it, maybe a dozen of them, these 2 foot by 2 foot square doors.
Do I remember if the artifact is in here and we're supposed to retrieve it, or we're just supposed to destroy this building?
Yeah, we're just...
The artifact is after the journey through here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So our sole job is just destroy the building?
Yes.
Correct. The way it had been described to you was that the debris from this collapsing would prevent people being able to return to the location where you're actually going to be stealing stuff.
Okay, well...
There's also a set of tables set up at the front of the observation area, just kind of overlooking. You see papers and books sprawled out across all of those tables as well.
Harlan's already on their way up the stairs to the bedrooms.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, I'm not going to leave you alone, so I'll follow you.
Okay.
I'll stay behind, kind of keeping watch, but also I want to look at the papers.
I just kind of want to scan the bedrooms to see if there's anyone in them.
That's a fair point. That's how they could sleep in this stench.
Okay. So, you're looking through the papers on the tables?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Give me an investigation check.
It's a 9.
Okay. A lot of the papers seem to be detailing failed experiments Krasis created from frogs and a breed of scorpion that has caused extreme aggression in subjects. So everything is just marked as aggression and then an X through its number, as just list after list of seemingly failed recent experiments. But besides that, nothing else. You just see those kind of recent documents, big markings on them. On the second floor, you guys find every room open, and I mean, as you came in, you were traveling through this thick purple mist, but especially on the second floor, you are continuing to move through it. It's not like it's something that's dissipated as you've gotten further inside. It is just omnipresent. It feels like it's sticking to you and your clothing with every step that you take. And on the second floor, you see all the doors thrown open, so it's very quick to be able to duck in and out of each room. You see Happyton bagels. You see, it looks like
Bagels.
definitely lives abandoned in an instant, with the exception of one room that looks turned. There's a large chest in front of one of the beds, and clothing is kind of hanging out of it, and also just lying on the floor throughout that room.
Is there anything else special about this room? Like, I would be looking for, like, any books or writing.
Give me an investigation check.
Can I see fine in here?
You can see well enough to where it's not giving you
14.
disadvantage, but it is making things harder to see, for sure.
19.
Okay. So as you look through, you find a book about fungus trolls
A pocket.
tucked into the... Okay. Write it down.
What's the book?
And you find a hidden bottom to the area.
Yes,
Ooh.
before
Yes.
he could get to the fun part, you're like, I'll take the book.
I'll also open the hidden bottom.
And it was not the hardest hidden bottom to ever to find because it seems slightly ajar, as if whoever had tossed the place likely also had found it. And as you peel it up, it's mostly empty. There's a small piece of wood that clearly keeps the false bottom propped up, leaving a recess of maybe 2 or 3 inches. And there is a small heart-shaped locket inside.
It's Weemo's long lost love.
I mean, I might as well,
This place is going to be blown up.
take it because it deserves to be protected, right?
Yeah.
They're really bad at doing experiments.
I take it.
And actually, because of your role and the fact that there's a purple haze, you can see an outline of something else that clearly had been here. A key.
Oh!
Like the purple haze settling into the grooves of the key, but also around it, almost like this odd, thick dust.
That's so cool. That's so cool.
Okay, there's nobody here. Let's get back downstairs.
Can we blow this place up yet?
I'd like to check the offices as well, just in case.
Yeah, and we should also locate our exit before we set the
Are we not
explosives.
going out
Did
the
you
front
take the
doors?
locket as well?
No,
Oh,
we're
yeah.
running. He
Okay.
said we were running
It's just
through.
a traditional, very
Then-
tiny
then
heart-shaped locket.
the
It's got a little
carriage
button
is gonna be on the
top,
far
pop it
side.
open.
Oh, okay. I thought we were gonna come out and go around.
No, we were going to run through the building
Okay.
and come out the far side.
We are?
That's what they said, because the carriage was going to keep moving, and we were going to.
Meaning further along the circle, so it's not like it can get behind because again everything is kind of recessed
Oh,
into the
I
ground.
misunderstood
No,
that.
further along the circle. So it dropped you off. If you imagine like a long curved road, it dropped you off
Okay.
down the road and it's going to pick you up the road.
Okay.
I'm
Well,
just hoping that we won't have to encounter any vats, is the thing.
Yeah, that's understandable. I'll go up to the office with you.
Well, from where you had been able to see them from that observation crescent, it's not like they're open like vats. They are entirely self-encased. Again, very egg-shaped.
Gross.
Symbolism. Okay. Office.
This is just aliens.
Yeah, it's just aliens. Don't go anywhere near it.
Okay, to the office.
Okay, so you head back down the spiral. You see Raven just poring over these papers.
Again, really bad at experiments.
I didn't know she could read. As we walk downstairs.
I heard that.
So, in the office, there's 2 large bookshelves kind of opposite where you've entered. There's a large rug displaying the symbol of the Civic Combine. There's a desk and a comfy armchair set upon it. The desk has a very large chair. Its seat is normal, but the back of the chair rises 7 feet into the air. Very oddly shaped.
Do you think we can take the chair?
That makes it about 10 feet in total height.
No. I just look at you like, what? And I'm like,
I'm just
no.
kidding.
But I...
But it's
Yeah.
no wider than a normal like desk chair.
So
would
you're
be.
saying we could?
That is
Okay. Is there anything else in the room that we see?
no. The desk has a couple of things set out upon it,
Okay.
but you'd have to. Go
Yeah, I'm
into it.
gonna take a closer look at the desk.
Okay.
I'm gonna look at the bookshelf, see if there's anything pertinent to my studies.
Both give me a roll.
Investigation.
Oh, 24.
13.
So, looking over the books, you find a set of histories that seem like even the book itself has redactions within it. Big black lines over things, and the general content seems to be about something called cytoplasm.
You.
We've heard that word before. I'll figure it out.
In real life.
I'm gonna take those.
Cytoplasm, that's ectoplasm, never mind.
You also find books on beetles, frogs, snakes, crustaceans, and a lot more books about frogs. It kind of leads you to this understanding that either frogs are one of the more diverse creatures across Ravnica, or whoever has this office has a big fascination with frogs, because over half the books seem to be about all the various different types of frogs.
That's adorable.
Different poisons
all
that
of
some
my-
can excrete, the ability some have to use their long webbing to suspend themselves in water and skate across it, like all sorts of different things about all these different types of frogs that live in trees, in rivers, in...
How much
like,
research did Joey have to do about frogs in order to have this course?
There's a lot of books about frogs.
Are there, just from this brief look, is there anything about frogs that are able to fly or climb up walls?
Not in natural books, but there is research text that describes frogs being given the ability to fly by extending the webbing on their feet so that they more so glide through the air.
I'll take that one.
What about anything about frogs plane
they are
shifting?
noted as a breed called pteramanders, and that's Terra PT.
Oh, that's cute.
Oh god.
There's nothing here.
I'm sorry, Katie, what did you say you wanted to take a look at?
Well, I was looking
Oh,
at that.
yeah, you were looking at the desk. Did you say something else, though?
I said anything about frogs who can plane shift?
None of that jumps out at you, surprisingly.
Where are the
Um,
blink frogs?
Yeah.
So looking over the desk, you find things similar to what I described of Raven's findings, that there are notes about a lot of recent failures. These notes seem more frustrated. You see as much more brief, it's just in ledger form, just experiment number, and it starts at 128 and it goes through 251. And it's just failure after failure. The reason marked is always aggression, uncontrollable aggression. And
From a brief glance, can I tell what they're experimenting on?
it seems to be something called a krasis. Krasis. But in one of the drawers, you do find this small pouch, and peeking inside, it just seems to be filled with dust.
Is it like a bag full of dust?
A small pouch, like a coin purse. Almost.
Okay.
Are you guys moving to leave the office? Or?
Yeah, I think we're about
In
done.
that case, can both of you give me a perception check as well?
Based on?
Based on sight.
Yes.
6.
Damn it.
25.
Okay. So
Only your foam is not close.
25. So you notice
Plus
two
6.
things. One fairly obvious, one a little bit harder to pick up on. As you've been moving through this thick purpley mist, you can see your own footprints kind of just like through the main chamber and everything.
Okay.
And you see older prints as well, clearly everyone exiting this morning. However, you see one other set besides your own that seems more recent.
Heading where?
It actually almost directly mirrors yours and Harlan's. It's from the entryway and traces both, or the full end of the crescent. So it's impossible to know which direction it went first, but definitely went one direction and then the other.
And then what? After it went what both directions?
It
It did not come back?
So as you try to follow the path, are you going to try to follow the set of prints up the spiral staircase or back up the...
No, I was just wondering if like I could see it coming back from both areas.
Ah,
Like
okay.
there's footprints going there and then coming back from both areas. Or if like it just went somewhere and didn't come
Yeah,
back.
you wrote pretty well. So you can tell definitely there is a set coming back from the spiral staircase. There's not a set of prints coming back from the office.
I'm gonna point it out to you guys. Looks like someone has been snooping around just like us, and they went up to the office
I've been here the whole time.
a little before we got here, but they did not come back from the office.
But
Didn't you guys go in there?
we were just in there.
Maybe we missed something. I'm gonna go
Walk
take
towards
another
the
look.
office.
I'm gonna follow the footsteps out and follow them wherever they go.
I'll follow.
They end pretty much just inside the office.
I get it. Yeah.
Alright, let's move it.
There's a large rug to hide the trap door. We
We
are
are
together
both lifting
the
the rug.
trap.
You grab it and it seems rigid.
Yeah.
And as you lift it, it seems to have some kind of like squishy, fleshy texture along the bottom.
What?
That makes it rigid, and it comes up in a fold. And
Is it a mimic? Are we fighting
You,
mimic?
Carpet mimic.
you see a trapdoor that has lifted with it, the fleshy material kind of growing around this
Oh.
trapdoor, and you see a set of stairs leading down.
Let's
Okay,
just
are we gonna
let's
go
just
down
blow
here?
this place up.
But if there's someone here.
But obviously, it's a person that just went under a flesh rug, so.
And while there is still magical light being produced inside the laboratory, there is not any light coming from down these stairs.
Okay, look, I can't uncover a trapdoor and not go look at it.
Maybe we should just call down and say, we're evacuating the building. We all need to leave. Experiment went wrong.
Does it seem like it's a long hallway down the stairs, or can I not tell?
Do you have dark vision?
No.
No, you cannot.
I do, can I tell?
It looks like it goes about 30 feet down.
Okay, cool.
You know
Hello?
what they say? Curiosity killed the cougar.
You could send your bird.
Let's go.
You could send Harvard.
Hello, is anyone down there? Okay, I'm gonna send
I
Harvard.
was trying to get yourself.
I'll keep an eye on your body, and you can see through its eyes.
Okay, I'm gonna sit on the floor next to Remora and like balance my head on whatever part of her body is next to my head, and
My leg.
your leg, and then I'm going to send Harvard down there to look for someone to see if anyone's living down there.
Okay. Does Harvard have dark vision?
Excellent question. I do not think so.
Oh yeah. I can light your bird up with light.
So I would know that Harvard doesn't have dark vision, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Actually, I would love to send him down, but he doesn't have dark vision.
Well,
How
okay, I'm gonna pull
about
out a coin and a zib and cast light on it, and your bird can hold this. Okay.
He holds it in his little beak. He's
And
like,
if he sees any danger, just come on back. Don't worry about it. Drop the coin if you have to.
and he like kind of half, like holds it like in his beak, like a little bit too far back, which is like his beak slightly ajar, like, and then he's gonna get down.
Okay. Harlan will descend the 30 feet and then come to a small landing. It's a 10-foot tall kind of, not quite hallway because it ends in about 10 feet at a large, looks like iron door. And it looks almost like a vault door, like not like the doors you came in through or the doors to any of the bedrooms upstairs. This looks built purposefully secure.
Does it have a keyhole?
Does it have a keyhole?
It does, with a key dangling out of it.
Oh.
Oh no.
Now we have
to. Oh no. Well, okay, wait. So, Harlan has big galaxy brain. But they don't know a lot about explosions. So would they think that this is like a blast door? Like they'd be safe from the explosion down there?
Make an intelligence check.
Whoa. 23, natural 20.
Okay, no. The entirety of the structure around you right now does not build the idea that anything else is secured besides entry. If the building collapsed, it would collapse there as well.
There's someone down there.
Alright, well, let's go.
But they're behind a door, and I think it's gonna be really creepy.
The thing is, the person who's down there is not one of the workers here. They were here much later after everyone else. And the way I see it, we were paid to blow up this building. Did not say anything about anyone else being here, so that is not someone working for the spies.
I'm not killing this person.
We don't have to kill them, let's just tell them to leave.
Yes, but I think it's going to be dangerous to capture them.
We're literally here to blow this place
Whoever's
up. We
down
knew
there
it
is
would be
down there for
dangerous.
some nefarious reason.
And Harvard's gonna try to pick up the key with his beak and break it out.
With the key, with the
Coin.
coin still in it?
If he accidentally swallows the coin, he accidentally swallows the coin.
He's just a glowing bird.
Make a dexterity check for me for your bird.
22.
Okay.
Oh wow.
So
It's this die.
Harvard now has the coin dangling out of one end and the key dangling out of the other. It's just the like crook of the key that's dangling, almost like he's holding on to a candy cane.
Wonderful, wonderful. Okay,
Your bird
and
is
he comes
amazing.
back up, and I collect the key. And say, "Thank you very much."
Give me the coin. Thank you.
And he spits it in your hand, and it's wet.
Oh, I cut the spell.
I thought it would be really loud.
So are we going down there?
I'm going down there.
What?
I go down.
Oh.
I
The
follow.
ladder.
Stairs.
Damn it.
He took all the ladders and
Alright,
everything.
I recast light on my necklace.
Are we gonna knock?
Can we stealthily try and
We
open
have
the
the
door?
key, so
I mean, we could open the door, but they'll know we're here.
Let's open it quietly and maybe we'll get to see what's going on first before they notice us.
I hand her the key.
You put the key in, it does not appear to be locked.
Oh, well.
Can I open the door but really quiet? Maybe peek my head around?
Yeah, you pull on the large bar to try to get it.
Damn
This
it.
door is heavy. Give me a stealth check. Like, you're able to move it, no problem, but it is not a small task.
Where's stealth? Oh. 12.
Okay. So you open the door and you see a small chamber beyond. A circular chamber about 30 feet in diameter. And as you enter, you see blood splattered everywhere. On the ground, on the walls, everywhere. There's a medical table that takes up most of the room with straps of leather and metallic bindings all torn apart. There are 3 surgical trays near the table that have all fallen to their side, with grisly, large, and weird-looking implements scattered about nearby. And there are 2 figures in the room, one hunched over the other. The first has lizard-like features on a large, hulking body with skin that looks thick like that of a rhino. And it's currently bent over and biting with these sharp, jagged teeth into the second figure, who is a young-looking man with gills just under his ears on either side of his neck. His rib cage torn open, a large pool of blood all around him, and very clearly dead. Can I get everyone to roll initiative for me?
yeah.
22.
Good, so we can close the store and leave.
What did
22.
everybody else get?
14.
Now, I'm going to float the idea that before we get started, that it's 9 o'clock. Do we want to take a cheesecake break now,
Yeah.
or wait until after that?
I
Cheesecake.
could use a little break.
Yeah, let's do it.
Cheesecake.
So that we can discuss what's going to happen.
And try to convince Raven to not attack.
Raven.
So, jumping back into things, we jump back in with initiative has been rolled. Raven, what would you like to do?
So
As this large, toothy, lizard-like creature looks up at you, this hunger in its eyes.
Not good.
No.
I guess I will pull out my sword and run up to it.
Here we go.
No!
Okay. What would you like to do?
She has the key.
I have what?
And the key.
You have the key, so I can't just close the door and lock it.
Oh.
Would you do that?
Alright, I'll run up to it, and as I run, I will just take a slash at it, and I'm gonna use fainting attack. So I'll do the dodge one side and then fake it out.
Mm-hmm.
Natural 20.
Okay, that's a critical hit.
See, everything's going great.
Yay!
I'm feeling a little better about it.
Okay, so 2d6. Not plus a modifier, right? Just the dice.
Correct.
Okay, so 10, 13, 15.
The D8 also, you rolled 2 D8s as well. That was
Oh.
all rolled dice.
21.
Okay.
Nice.
So, you swing around, slash once, hide the sword behind your back, pull it out, and just jam it into this creature, catching it off guard as it just looks like it was getting ready to lunge towards you and bite you, caught off guard as you just stepped up right into its face and stabbed into it. And it seems pretty heavily thrown off by your assault. But that does bring us to its turn, where it is going to just reach out its large meaty clawed hands and try to pull you in and bite onto you.
I'm really cold.
Oh
I don't
my
know,
God,
I'm really
you're
fucking tired.
cool.
A 17 to hit your armor class.
Damn it, that's my armor class.
Okay. So, in that case, I need you to take 7 points of slashing damage.
Easy maths.
As it just pulls you in, and these jagged, uneven teeth just dig into you. And as it does, you're now like right next to its head. Its odd eyes just scrambling, looking over at you. It has these odd fish-like eyes, and you can see tear streaming from its eye.
God.
That brings us to Harlan.
What the heck?
Oh, Harlan didn't see him crying, did they?
No.
Oh, God. They're gonna take about 5 feet backwards movement. Just step back a little bit, get a little distance. And they are going to cast Phantasmal Force on this individual. And
What kind of save is
they need
that?
to make an intelligence saving throw. DC 13.
4.
Cool. So they see out of the like puddle of blood on the ground raises this like undead fish person, similar to like the fish people that we saw, or the crab people we saw under the city.
Mm-hmm.
And it's gonna stand up and like make menacing crab noises at it and swipe at it with its arm.
Okay. Does it deal the damage on your turn or on its turn?
I should already know that, but I don't.
And this is a concentration spell, correct?
Yes. Each round on your turn, 1d6 psychic
Okay.
damage. 5 psychic damage.
And when does it repeat the save, if at all? Or can it use its action to like investigate?
Yeah, an action to examine with an investigation check against my spell save DC.
Okay. Noted. Following Harlan, we come to Remora, as you see the creature try to dodge unsuccessfully out of Raven's swing, and then now it seems to be trying to dodge out of some unknown assailant.
I'm going to cast Bane on the enemy.
What kind of save is that?
Charisma.
Well, he's very charismatic, so.
Clearly.
It got a 16.
Oh man! Alright, it succeeded. I'm gonna take. I'm gonna step forward 10 feet, and that'll be it. I have,
Stepping just into
Mhm.
the room.
I have my sword and shield out.
Okay. Bringing us back to the top with Raven.
Okay, so the tears threw me off a little bit. So, am I like grappled right now?
No, but it just has you like really close, and it's bitten into you. It torn itself away. A bit of your blood trailing, dripping from its teeth. Its maw seems actually not too well built for biting, as the top row of teeth is jutted out over the front of its lower set of teeth, so it kind of just drips. You can't understand how it would even chew anything.
I will try and kind of push off of it and go back about 5 feet and see if it takes a swipe at me.
It is going to.
Okay.
So, a 19 to hit your armor class.
Yeah, you know that hits me, Joey.
I need you to take 5 points of slashing damage.
More easy maths.
Or piercing. Yeah, piercing.
Okay, well in that case, I'll just move back in and go for it.
You duck back, let it swipe at you, and then as it's lurched forward, just try to drive your blade into it.
So it's natural 17 plus 5, so
Yep.
something. 8 slashing. I didn't get an extra thing. How's he looking?
Very hurt. The figure's just kind of now letting out this low, rumbling noise. It almost sounds like the croak of a frog a little bit as it resonates out through its open jaw.
Okay, action surge. Can I use one of my superiority die on my action surge?
Yep.
Okay, I'll do the fainting
You
one
can always
again.
use one per attack. The only one that uses up any kind of action is fainting uses up your bonus action for the turn. So you can't, even if you action surge, you couldn't
Do
fainting
it
attack
twice.
in a
Okay,
turn.
but since
But
I
you
did
could still
it.
use fainting attack and another one in a turn. for
Okay,
example.
natural 20.
Oh my goodness, double crit. Both on feigning attacks, so it makes sense. This thing is having trouble following your movement. It's falling for every trick you present to it as you just swing your blade around on him.
What just happened? Okay. It's a 5, a 6, and then an 8 and an 8.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness. So that's 27 plus your...
Plus 3.
Okay, so that's 30 points of damage. So it is now heavily injured and just hobbled back as you just like dig your blade into its shoulder, pushing it back. It kind of like buckles on one leg for a little bit. This resonating sound emerging from it falters for a moment, going high-pitched before returning and growing louder and louder.
I reach on my neck and get some of the blood from where it bit me and splash it.
You guys see Raven just throwing her own blood around as the creature seems to like sniff and reach back out to try to bite again. But this time only getting a 12 to hit you.
No.
Which brings us back to Harlan.
If we want this thing dead, we should leave. And they're gonna like just kind of like gesture with their hand, and then the crab person's gonna go for it again, which is 6 points of psychic damage. And they're gonna just like kind of like dangle their hand and like grab their little stone that they wear around the wrist, because they're holding the stuff in one. They're holding their briefcase in the other hand, so they're just gonna like quickly like roughly trace 3 arrows in the air and cast magic missile.
Okay.
Which will be shitty roll. 4 points of force damage. No, that's 5.
It's not possible.
That's 5.
That's also not possible. Each die has +1 to it, so the minimum for magic missile should be 6.
So it's 5 plus 3, which is 8.
So you rolled 5 on the dice.
Yes.
I rolled a 3, a 1, and a 1, which is a total of 5. Plus
Okay.
3 is 8.
Okay.
I think I've been rolling magic missile wrong. Look
Oh my god.
So you were flicking your blood at it, Raven, and then it's hit, like, ducks back in heavy recoil as if your blood's, like, really scaring it or something. Something's going on. And then suddenly you see these magical darts of energy just light up across various parts of its grayed flesh.
Beautiful shooting stars.
Look at my
Colors.
blood for a second, like... realize what's going on.
And Remora, that brings us to you, as the creature seems to be, like, ducking back a little bit, trying to endure all the pain.
I'm going to take this opportunity to just like run in and just upward slash across its chest and try to take it down.
Okay. Looks pretty heavily injured. Give me an attack roll.
Please. 21.
That will hit.
7 damage.
And with that swing, you cut across its chest, and it goes flying backwards, collapsing. The leg finally buckling under it as it collapses, essentially into a pile onto itself, and lies there motionless on the ground.
Can I go check it out? Check out its body, see if I can tell who or what it is?
Yeah. Give me an investigation check.
I'm going to look at the torn up body on the gurney.
Okay. Give me an investigation check.
12.
3.
You think it's very likely that this thing, like, it definitely seems weird, like morphed, mutated. You've seen mutated, abominable things in the past. Your guess, best guess, is that this thing was at one point female.
Oh, was I supposed to be rolling an extra d8?
For what?
My sword?
No.
No, okay. Whoever this lady was, she was really ugly and messed up and stuff.
Which does give you some information, like it didn't have that same hum as you cut through. So you in character understand that this is not the same type of creature.
Okay.
Blinking outline. I went back upstairs. Fuck this.
Let's set off the thing and get out of here.
I'm going to presume I
You
didn't
turn
really-
saying that to Harlan, and Harlan's not even there.
Shit. They died.
I'm going to presume I didn't really find anything on the body. I rolled 3.
No, the clothing is torn as the thing seems to have been like essentially raking its teeth through his chest into his rib cage and just pulling apart.
Did you see it was crying? I mean, I did hit it pretty hard, but it was crying. That's kind of why I stopped for a
I
second.
think it was probably a good thing to put it out of its misery.
Okay.
Let's get out of here. There's nothing else we can do.
I've already walked away from you.
Okay. I'm presuming I'm gonna walk up to find you already trying to set the bombs.
Yeah, I'm trying to make my way back to this, like, platform area.
Okay.
Because there was, like, desks there, right?
Yes, at the very front border of the crescent.
Yeah, I'm up there, and I've got my briefcase open.
I guess I
I'm
should
trying
say the
to hack these
interior
things.
border of the crescent.
I'm just gonna, like, be pulling these out, trying to figure out how they work.
And yes, it's actually very similar to something you saw the other day in the Izzet laboratory you were in, except instead of a domed small spherical structure, this one has a base, and the coils coming off of it to us in modern day world would look like a light bulb kind of, but it's these odd interlocking coils, and there are 6 positions at the bottom of it where it can have these vials connected to it, these small tubes.
So we're
of
screwing
this,
in light bulbs?
glowing liquid. You're screwing something into the base of what looks like a light bulb. I
Okay.
guess.
Okay.
But these other things are like this golden, viscous fluid.
Probably very flammable.
Raven, you're good at this. Will you help me out?
I'm good at what?
Blowing things up.
Okay.
Does Katie remember Raven knocking over some stuff at the Izzet League place at Nivix and blowing us up? Yeah.
Katie and Raven both have an intelligence score of 10, so I feel like neither of us knows what you're talking about.
Okay. I'm gonna do it. Can I just do it, or do I need to make a roll?
You don't have to make a roll, no. You attach all of them from the moment you attach the first one. It takes a few seconds to attach and screw in all the other ones, and you see the liquid slowly starting to filter from the vials into the device itself, which starts to make a little humming noise.
Okay, let's go.
And I'm gonna close my briefcase,
Run!
wipe the sweat off my forehead, and say, walk with confidence. Let's go.
Out the door.
Okay. You exit through the door right behind you. Again, everything's still pretty empty. The purple mist has spread out a little bit further. I mean, it's dispersing enough at the edges to not really cause any trouble with visibility, but there's no one nearby.
Let's just move.
You can see
Unsuspiciously.
you can see your carriage maybe 5 buildings down on your right.
Alright, let's head towards it.
Mm-hmm. Let's go.
And as you're pretty much getting to the carriage door, you'll hear behind you this loud explosion. It's like a crackle of electricity, almost like lightning striking right behind you, but the rumbling spreads and growls, and you can feel the heat of the explosion immediately, and all the purple mist just explodes out. So there's this moment of this purple film like hitting your back and washing over you as the mist is entirely dispersed, and you can hear already the collapsing rubble raining down on the lower shelves onto
What was
walkways
that?
that were not as abandoned.
Oh. Let's get in the cart.
What was that? And then I get in the car.
I am also in the cart.
Once everyone's in the cart, whoa, that was a close one.
Wemo, you are no help.
Well, I was waiting for the perfect moment, and everything just kind of ended up going by a lot faster than I expected. Usually those kind of things are a lot more resilient. So
What was that?
Likely some kind of hybrid creature that the Combine's been working on. They build all sorts of little enhancements for themselves all the time, so looks like one of them just went a little bit too far.
Why was it crying?
I didn't see that.
Really?
It was crying.
Best spy in the whole world? Yes, it was crying. That's why I paused.
Oh,
And it continued to attack me, so I
the
continued
best
to
spies in the
attack.
whole world, though, know to keep their distance from things that have teeth quite that sharp.
That's a good point.
After all, I wouldn't want anyone to tear off my wings and eat me.
Then what do we not do? We want
Steal food.
and
Sleep in people's beds.
Who's
their whole room.
The whole room?
Yes, Wemo.
You guys are just like covered with blood, totally casual, and Harlan is like in the corner, like shaking, like, oh.
Wemo is not covered in any blood.
Okay.
Kind of wipes them off. I got it on my new scarf.
I mean, where would I even sleep in a room if it wasn't on the bed? That'd be ridiculous anyway.
Insight check.
Sure.
Mimo definitely slept in our rooms.
Where did she sleep last night? 24, natural 20. Worth it.
Wemo definitely seems to, like, almost childish like be keeping something secret when talking about sleeping. And where she has slept.
Ooh, Mimo gets around.
That's a ridiculous interpretation of what I have said.
That is a very liberal interpretation.
She's been sleeping in our bed since we got
And
here.
where she sleeps at night, it's with many different people.
Wemo doesn't sleep.
Every night.
She watches.
He
Okay.
literally
Is the cart
said
moving?
Mimo
Yes,
sleeps
okay.
around.
Alright. Back on track. How far should we be traveling on this cart?
Oh, we'll head all the way into the City District.
Oh. Okay, so we'll be in here for a while.
Yeah.
Oh, we better get comfortable.
Okay, yeah. I'll start. I don't know, do I have a piece of. I guess I have traveler's clothes. Is that what I wear under my armor, or do I just wear my
I
armor?
assume so.
Are you gonna get changed in here?
No, I was gonna wipe off my sword. I don't like when it has blood stains on it.
I'm just like fiddling with my pearl in one hand, and then I'm taking out the tiny locket in my other hand and trying to open it.
Oh, it immediately opens for you.
What's up in there?
A portrait of a young lady, blonde hair ending just above her shoulders, kind of mousy-like features, and on the opposite side it says R+L.
The woman in the picture does not look like the thing we just killed, right?
It looks like a human woman.
Okay. And unfamiliar to me, I assume.
Are you telling me that we killed the woman and the person that she killed was the boy? Who's her lover?
No, that's not what I'm telling you.
But what if that's what happened? That's really sad.
Well, I waited for her to stop attacking me, and she didn't. Her fault.
I'm just gonna like close the locket and put it on.
I defended myself, and no offense, my much weaker friends.
Because it is like a necklace, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Put it on, tuck it into my shirt.
Hey,
Hmm?
can you rip off a piece of your tunic thing?
No.
Okay. Guess I'll just start wiping my sword on my own clothes then.
Good. You're not using mine.
Frog, lizard, creature guts, all
Ugh.
abound, yeah.
I mean, to be fair, you are the one wearing the darkest clothes, so it'll probably stain the least.
Okay, when my sword is shiny clean, I will sheath it.
Now I'm gonna use my pearl.
Okay.
I'm gonna say power. Really quietly.
What?
Power.
What
Does this
happened?
count as a short rest?
So the carriage is moving along. If you guys want to take a short rest,
Yeah.
seems like you have the opportunity to do so.
Sure.
As the carriage quickly ascends back up onto the main street and then continues on the way it was before. Then you pass the road that contains the library and Prism University where you would normally turn off, and out of the 10th district, where you quickly move past rubble, some of which you had seen the day prior exiting the library, heading through those back streets. You saw some rubble, but now you're seeing more, and it looks like many, many collapsed buildings. In fact, most of the buildings are collapsed. And what looks like a large plain is actually just an area where buildings have been crushed so flat and debris thrown so far to the side, this way and that it leaves actually one of the more open views you've seen since you've been on Ravnica.
Is there anyone here?
No. This, once you exit the 10th district, the road, or what passes for the road, is empty.
Mimo, what happened here?
This is where the Dragon Brawl took place.
The what?
Dragon Brawl?
All throughout the 6th district. Leveled the whole thing.
Nico Bolus, I presume? Or...
Yeah.
Oh, so if we've been telling people that we're from the 6th district.
Oh, there's a lot of refugees from the 6th district. All over the place. Well, Not a lot, but all the ones who survived at least.
Okay, so it's at least somewhat believable.
Well, no, you don't look like you're from the 6th.
Oh, who's from this? What do people look like?
I mean, you guys don't look like anyone I've ever seen before.
Why?
Do we stand out?
Your clothing, it's so weird.
Oh.
I've never seen anything like that. Like, who wears a cape? That's ridiculous.
Lots of people wear capes.
Who's wearing a cape?
Me.
You are?
I'm wearing a cloak.
It's different.
is-
It has
it-
sleeves, so it's different.
It is
It's got a hood.
kind of ridiculous, isn't it, Wemo?
Yeah.
I thought it looked weird ever since I got here.
I mean, there's a lot of style in all the different districts, but
And no one wears capes?
I don't know, maybe some people do.
If I brought capes to the world of Ravnica, I could be a millionaire. And I like pull up my hood.
What's wrong
It's
with
so
my
cool.
tunic?
Just different style is all.
Hmm.
What about me? I'm just in armor.
Yeah, but it's, I don't know. It's just different.
Well, Wemo, you're different.
Wemo is one of a kind, baby.
What should we wear? Should we all wear pantsuits or something?
What? What?
You know, like a pantsuit.
I don't know.
It's like
Like
nice
pants?
clothes that you wear to like fancy events.
What?
You're hilarious.
What?
You've never been to a party before? Business meeting? Somebody had to dress up a little?
Well, then
Business
you know the
meeting?
answer to that.
I just assume.
We had like celebrations, but that was usually like we ate an extra serving food and
Did you wear a little dress, a little
no,
ornamentation of some sort?
like built a fire and stuff.
Alright.
Like killed an extra troll.
Oh, Alright.
Do you wear pantsuits to things like that typically?
I've never been to that kind of party before.
Hmm.
Did you kill trolls for meat or for sport? Or for
Well,
self-defense?
Like I guess a little of all of it, yeah.
This is like a one-stop shop. Interesting.
That's the only thing I can remember from our world thing that said they were there, I think. I gotta pull up my notes. We started talking world stuff.
I don't think I've ever met a troll.
Ah, trolls.
I
Trolls
think
are on
I've
my
run across
planet.
them once or twice, but I mean, I've never killed one. They're kind of just there on some islands.
Do you have a home or were you nomadic?
Essentially nomadic. I lived on a boat, so I guess you could
Mhm,
call it
mhm.
nomadic.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
I
that's
remember
exactly what I would
things
call that.
correctly.
What?
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 What'd you say?
I said that's exactly what I would call nomadic.
Okay. I mean, I wasn't a loner. I had my crew and my friends.
Had?
Well, I mean, they're not here anymore. We're not there anymore.
We've been gone like 3 days.
I don't know what's become of them.
Were things so dire where you're from that you don't know where they are?
Essentially, we were under attack. That's why I was so out of sorts when I first showed up in this place.
Well, they're probably dead, so. That's what happens.
Your gift for tact is incredible.
You don't know what that means.
I turned to just watch out the window.
I'm imagining me sitting in the middle, just like.
Someone roll a d10 for me.
Hold on.
Alright.
Blake's got the lucky dice.
6. I rolled 2 natural 20s.
Okay. So, if anyone needs the benefit of a short rest, you may have it. As you're riding along in the carriage through ruined area, you see scorches on some buildings. Others look like they were obliterated. Some look burned. Some look most of them look crushed, but some of them look like they were pulled almost down into the ground. Others look like they exploded outwards, little chunks of rubble everywhere. But all throughout hour after hour of travel destruction.
Why has no one come back here to clean it up and rebuild?
Well, there's a lot of destruction everywhere, and a lot of that's just kind of focused in the 10th right now. I'm sure we'll get to it eventually. Someone will want it, but a lot of the clans have taken to kind of using this area, so any immediate reclamation efforts have been kind of thwarted.
Which clans? Oh, the Gruul.
Yeah.
What do they do here?
Mostly just stage attacks, raids on the 10th district or any of the other surrounding districts.
Why do people allow that to go on? I mean, that doesn't sound like, it's conducive to society.
Well, the Gruul were mandated by the Guild Pact. They were in charge of, I think at first, maintaining and preserving natural parts of the world, but as those became less and less, kind of became more about destroying the civilization that had replaced it. So the magical energy that runs through Ravnica supports all the guilds. The structure of our world just wouldn't be able to maintain itself without them.
Are you saying the world would start falling apart if one of the guilds stopped being active?
If it wasn't done correctly, then yeah. The device you just blew up was one that the Izzet had designed because right before the war, trying to consolidate power, a few of the guilds had come up with a solution to hopefully fight the invaders, but unfortunately it didn't work out quite right. But those cells were supposed to alter the ley lines of magic, to reroute so that not all the guilds needed to take part in essentially an agreement to how to best fight against the forces that were coming.
Is there any kind of, justice for such a usurpation of, the natural order? That seems like something that the other guilds would be upset about.
Oh yeah, the Guild Pact has a lot of legalese built into it. Hieromancers spend their entire lives studying its intricacies, but enough of the guilds were in agreement that only a couple of those need to be placed. And nothing like that's going to happen again because, well, every guild's kind of on high alert after the war. Everyone's taking on new ventures, trying out new things.
What's the House Dimir branching out towards?
Oh, the boss is very concerned about any future invaders, so just lots and lots of research, keeping eyes on everyone, seeing who's doing what. Just kind of business as usual, but listening for certain things more than others.
Is that what piqued your interest in us?
Yeah. The boss wants to know what you guys can do, and hopefully you might be in the next conflict, if there is another one.
Is he specifically interested in plane shifting ability?
Well, during the war there were a lot of people like you that fought and kind of were leading the forces. So really wants to make sure that power like that is stuff we can count on.
We're being conscripted.
At least we're being regarded as like a commodity and not being treated like a burden like the Izzet League people treated us.
I have
Man, fuck
no
them.
illusions anymore about the Izzet League.
Thank God you were all about them.
Well, they were.
After meeting that Marie, we should have known.
I still think that they could be of good use to us.
Everyone can be of good use. That's why we put spies everywhere.
Do you have spies in the Izzet League?
Everywhere.
Do you know if Zofkildo knows where Zarek is? I think I asked him, but
I don't know. Zavi always has his own stuff going on, and he doesn't really share a lot of information. But I think that he is more singularly focused than some. So he's probably not paying too much attention to that right now.
Singularly focused on what?
Trade. Getting a bunch of cool stuff and keeping some of it, selling the rest. Like us, we're going to get some cool stuff.
Yes. I suppose so.
Yes, this Engelbart. What exactly is that again?
Something that used to be in Novagen, but got moved out.
But we don't know what it does.
We know that it might lead to the sword.
What's the sword?
The artifact.
It was an artifact that defended the Guild Pact in its early days, before the magic fully took hold on the world. At least that's what the legends say.
But possibly this sword could be used to defeat the Guild Pact? Nullify it?
Oh no, I think it was just used to defend it. The 10 masters who created the Guild Pact, they had many usurpers aiming for them, and there was a defender who protected them. But I don't think its magic is tied to the Guild Pact, no. Maybe, though.
Why was the sword lost?
I mean, it's been 10,000 years.
Oh.
Things get lost.
Yeah, okay, but that's fair. So, Zopkeldo believes that this sword could be useful in a coming conflict with other invaders. Is that what he's thinking?
I think he's just interested in artifacts in general. I mean, swords have all sorts of uses. You don't need to really set it aside for just one thing or another.
Does he have reason to believe that there would be another attack or another war based on what his little spies have told him?
I mean, he's really paranoid. That's why he keeps that weird pet.
What's a pet?
The weird skeletal thing.
Oh.
And
I did think it was kind of cute.
And he lost his keys the other day. He ended up firing the barman over it.
Did you find his keys?
No.
But he has, yeah. What they said.
Were they stolen, or did he just misplace them?
I don't know. I didn't end up getting a chance to talk to the old barman before he was gone.
Well, speaking of keys, can I keep that one that we got from the Cynic Lab?
Why?
I just like to hold on to things. Sentimental value.
Okay, sure. What sentimental value would this possibly have?
Thanks.
Okay, Wemo, how much longer till we get there?
Oh, it'll probably be well into the middle of the night.
Oh my god. I've talked to you so much already.
And then we awkwardly sit in silence for 6 hours.
And as she says that, the carriage comes to a halt.
No, we're there. That was not a funny joke you've played.
And Wemo goes invisible.
Oh, great.
Oh god.
I stick my head out the window.
Pull out my sword.
I brace for narcs.
You can... You can see a large section of building that has collapsed, and the building itself, even on its side, is maybe 100 feet tall, and part of it has fallen into this big hole, and you can see the spire actually sticking up out of the hole, and other rubble blocks the path to the left side of the hole. Driver peeks around. Path's blocked. Gonna have to go around.
Okay.
Yes,
Done
we
with this?
can literally see that.
Or we could clear the path.
It's a
Hole's
big-
too deep. Was taking a look, but too deep to just go over.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, we could try to do something, but alright.
Let's use our rope.
What would you do?
I don't know if you give us a couple minutes.
Okay.
You guys have
What
ideas?
do you plan to do about
And
it?
just stands and like unblinkingly looks at you.
So there's a big hole in the road.
Yes. You can think of it as where I currently have Z5 marked on that map. There's a very big hole. To the right of it, there's collapsed building. And along both sides of your journey, there's been, again, collapsed, destroyed, burned buildings. But this one has fallen on its side and fully reached from the line of buildings into where the hole is. And the hole looks like it had kind of been in the middle of a large, like, circle, like a gathering area almost. You see broken statues and a lot of burnt plants, almost like you were maybe in a park or something, but all of it just ash and rubble now. And the rubble to the left of the hole is much smaller, some kind of smaller structure, likely city buildings of some sort, but they also are blocking the path that way.
Hey, Arlen, is this too big for your thing where you like stitch stuff up?
Yes.
Like magic and whatnot.
Yes, but if you give me some time, I think I have an idea.
Okay.
Okay, now out of character meta question. Remora is shiny, right? She's like sparkly?
Yeah.
Is it because she's wet? Or is it because she has scales?
No, it's just a feature of her skin.
Also, her hair is like flowy. Is it
Yeah.
because she's wet? Is she damp? As a person?
No.
Okay. Then
I mean, it's been a long day. She might be a little sweaty.
Okay, give me 10 minutes. I'm gonna take like my water skin or whatever I have, and do like my little.
I can
sit down on the
I
ground.
can create
like,
water for you if that's what you need.
I have a water bottle. You're fine.
Okay.
It was. I was out of character. I wasn't just like staring at her trying to figure out if she was wet. But I was gonna like steal some water from you.
From my skin.
But I'm going to do like a little ritual circle and like do some stuff and like put a drop of water in the middle, and the drop of water is gonna get big, and I'm gonna use my big drop of water that's like 3 feet wide to like suck up pieces of rock and carry them and put them in the hole, and I can do at least an hour of this.
Okay, interesting. Is anyone else doing anything while that transpires?
I guess I'll try and help I'll see what Harlan's doing and go start trying to lift or roll
I'll do this.
boulders.
Okay, both of you give me an athletics check.
Whoa. Hey, I'm okay at that.
And each rock can be up to 100 pounds. So
Dirty
it's not
20.
big, but it's not.
16.
Okay. You both, without issue, begin to move. Eventually, the driver, seeing what you're doing, moves over and starts as well. And kind of just like 2 at a time grabs a large piece of rubble, one under each arm, and awkwardly, like almost penguin, struts his way over towards the hole, drops them both in.
How big is this guy?
Starts to repeat. He's stocky for sure, but he's probably only like 5.5 feet tall.
Only. That's tall as hell.
Taller than Harlan.
As that goes on, it's already starting to get a little bit dark. Can I get everyone to make a perception check for me based on hearing?
Error. 9.
22.
16.
Raven, you hear tiny clawed feet coming
boy.
skittering over the other end of this small hill of rubble.
Back up, and I pull out my sword.
Can everyone roll initiative for me as these 2 lizard-like people holding small blades come over the top of the
man.
rubble?
Fuck!
What is up with my initiative today?
Did anyone get higher than 19?
No.
Did anyone get higher than 13?
No.
Okay. What did everybody get?
10.
6.
7.
No!
Yes!
Oh.
Okay. So, the driver sees this and drops the rock on his right side and just spins his body and chucks the other rock it was holding towards these 2 lizard-like people. You can see that their tails at the end actually have a little dagger affixed to it by string, and their clothing looks tattered and torn in places. They have a crown around their head made out of different sized teeth, some of which look animal-like, some of which are much smaller, and they just come skittering over and running towards the group of you.
Fine.
He is going to throw that rock. Oh, buddy. And that rock is not going to hit. But he did his best. And he's going to start backing up. Good idea. Bringing us to these 2 lizard-like people coming over. One's going to run right up to Remora. One's going to run right up to Raven, since you guys were right there. And are going to just start trying with their little short swords to swing at you. Raven, does a 21 hit you?
No.
A critical?
Yeah.
And a 19.
Yeah.
Like 3 attacks?
Yes.
Oh.
So, Raven,
Get ready to heal.
can I get you to take a total of 18 points of slashing damage?
Yes, you can.
The one that attacks Remora, a 14 to hit you,
No.
a 16.
Yep.
And another 16.
Yep.
So can I get you to take 10 total points of piercing damage?
I'm gonna have it take a dex save.
So it got a 14.
That's what it needs. so it'll take half.
Just runs up, its tongue like sloshing out of its mouth as it just like digs into you with its short sword. The electricity running up the short sword back into it. It kind of jolts backwards for a moment before going back to manically slashing.
That's a 7.
It seems to almost slither even though it's on 2 legs, just kind of like bobbing back and forth, keeping itself low. Harlan.
Mm-hmm.
Just push it in the hole, and I'm going to use my little stone and color like this like weird wavy circle in the air, and I'm going to cast grease on the 10 square feet in front of Raven, but not including Raven on that one that's standing in front of her. And it needs to make a dexterity
Just this
saving
area
throw. Yeah.
coming off the rubble. Dexterity saving throw?
Yeah.
So it got a 12.
So it falls prone.
Ooh.
It's too slippy down there.
Just coming, scratching with its little claws against the rubble, it lands, slashing at you, and then with the final slash, it just cartoon style, whoop! The momentum carries it off its feet, it lands, the tail swinging out to the side, that dagger now the highest point swinging in the air.
And I'm going to also move one of my orbs of water, or my orb of water.
Is grease not concentration?
It is not.
Okay.
It is just a minute. Also, that's difficult terrain back there.
Okay.
I'm going to use my
It
orb.
already was, there's a bunch of rubble there.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to move my bubble to, like... I know it can't damage that other guy, but I'm trying to get up in its business to distract it a little bit.
Well, it might have a rock in it right now. if you
It
want.
does have a rock in it right now.
Okay.
So, can it hit him?
You could position it to be able to release its payload next turn if you want.
Oh, yes! That's what I'm going to do. Just going to have it dangle above his head, menacingly.
Very cartoony, this fight. Alright, Raven, what would you like to do?
Just seeing that one fall, it just cut the shit out of me. I'm gonna turn and try and hit him
Okay.
with my sword. Just for flair, I want to try and cut the dagger off of his tail.
Okay. You'll have advantage because it's prone.
20?
That'll hit.
Okay. It is 6 slashing damage.
And it shouts at you. What languages do you know? Everybody?
I know Common, Elvish, Giant, and Elemental.
I know Common, Elvish, Sylvan, Primordial, and Celestial.
Common, primordial.
Oh, hey!
It shouts in a language none of you understand.
Okay, fine.
Bringing us to Remora.
Okay, I'm going to cast a healing word on myself real quick. You're fine.
I have 9 hit points.
You're
I
fine.
have barely more than that.
Do you get advantage on attacks because he's prone?
I
Uh,
just said
I
yes.
heal
distracted.
6. And then I just like whip a lightning lure around its neck, the one right in front of me, just kind of yank it towards me.
And that's a cantrip, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Strength to save.
5.
Okay. So it can't move any closer to me. So it takes a d8. Ooh, 7 lightning damage.
And it's like held there?
No, it just yanks it towards me.
Oh, dang it.
Yeah.
It's slashing at you, almost cackling, and the lightning wraps around its waist. And just like jostles it side to side as he's trying to keep low. It kind of like shoots him up at a little bit, bringing us back to the top. The driver is going to pull out a crossbow and shoot at the one in front of Remora.
What a cool guy.
And it's actually going to hit. So, just whizzing past as the lizard creature is being flung back and forth through the air. It catches an arrow just in its abdomen. Just
This poor guy.
and it goes limp as the bit of lightning lets it go. It just lands and twitches and is lying there unmoving after that. Bringing us to its turn. So now there's only the one. It is going to again attack Raven 3 times after standing up. This time it doesn't get its cool bonus though. It needed its cool bonus.
No.
A miss, an 8, and a 19.
19?
So I need you to take 8 points of slashing damage.
I have 1 hit point!
That was
Whoa.
maximum damage.
Whoa.
Don't be a baby. You're fine.
It's no big deal.
And it's just continuing to kind of growl at you. It is
I
going
growl
to-
back, but I'm like, Eyes are rolling in back of my head.
It is going to kind of like duck low as it makes that swing and swing its tail out at you as well as it turns and scurries back up the rock. Does moving through the grease do anything?
No, it's just difficult terrain.
Okay.
Will I get an attack of opportunity against it?
You do not.
No,
Oh.
no.
Ooh, it uses half its movement to stand up though, and then the grease is difficult terrain.
So it
It actually wasn't going to get slowed down by the rubble. It's used to the rubble. So it gets there.
Cool. And the other one is deceased.
Yeah, and it's kind of like at the top of the little mound. And that brings us, that was them, so Harlan.
So, could I use my action, bonus action, whatever, to move my bubble and make it poop a rock on this man?
Yes. What will we call it? We'll call it a spell attack.
Okay. Cool.
With my improvised damage.
Cool, that's an 8. Cool. It's an 8, don't worry.
Okay, that misses.
Yeah.
Bringing us to Raven.
Okay, I move back like 30 feet?
Yeah.
My move. And I know it's at disadvantage to use my crossbow, but can I still do it?
Why would it be at disadvantage to use your crossbow?
I have 80/300.
No, you're good.
It's within 80 feet.
Oh, above 80 feet it's at disadvantage?
Yeah.
And then what's after 300?
You can't make a shot.
Okay, so then it's just regular. 17?
17 will hit.
7 piercing damage. It's like kind
As
of like
it gets to the top, the arrow hits it, and it just like collapses forward.
I win. Kind of like fall.
You see it fall, and you just match
I'm
it.
like, okay.
Collapses, and that will remove us from initiative. Yeah.
I'm just gonna start
You-
back working again.
I'm gonna cast a healing word on Raven.
Shortly afterwards, you hear Wemo, "Yeah!" and you look back behind, and she's just digging her dagger into the one that was on top of the mountain.
You did great, Wemo.
I
Gross.
found my moment.
Ew. Ew.
You
You
did
are the
7.
worst. 7.
I'm sorry.
They could sneak up on me. Never.
Oh yes, we were. You did a really great job during that battle. Great work.
Thank you.
Back to moving these rocks. Let's get out of here.
And you guys had done most of the work before those creatures showed up. So, continuing on for a little bit longer, the path will get cleared, and you'll be able to continue on your way.
All right. Back in
Long
the
rest.
As we travel for the next little bit, can someone roll a d10 for me?
I got one right here.
You do it.
4.
That's a. Yeah, that's an 8. I thought that was a D8.
Okay.
I wouldn't know what a D8 is.
It looks like a D8.
And you're gonna try to sleep, is that right?
I was going to until you said that.
She can sleep. We're hanging out.
Well, we're gonna be riding overnight, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna try to rest as well.
Or not all the way overnight. We had said you arrived there like kind of just after midnight earlier, and now you've been delayed by like more than an hour, or
Huh.
about an hour. So it'll be very late night, but too early to be considered early morning.
I'll just stay up while you guys are sleeping.
Can we rest, like in that time? Do you think?
Wemo looking over you guys. You guys take the rest. It'll be better for when we get the boat. I'll have Tan make sure everything's taken care of with the boat, and we'll be ready to get underway when you wake up.
Okay. I'll do that. Thank you.
I want to scoot over to the side like this. Go back to them. Pull out my sword. And sleep with it.
Hey,
Kind of like
Raven.
pointing out.
Technically, we're all in your room while you're sleeping.
Okay, so is everyone resting?
I'm gonna keep watch. But is there time for all of us to rest and do watches and stuff?
So, from the way Wemo said it, it sounds like 8 hours is already going to be pushing it
Okay.
a little bit. So, for 3 people, it would take 9 hours for you each to do a 3-hour watch, 6 hours of sleep. So, you can try to push for that extra hour so everyone gets a good sleep if you want.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or
I mean, I trust, the driver to keep a good eye out.
I'll stay up for a little bit, but
Okay.
get to sleep in time to get a full rest.
Okay.
And the time we think it's gonna be.
Okay.
Wemo, do you sleep?
Sometimes.
Do you need to?
Sometimes.
Okay. I'm just gonna like quietly watch out the window. Try to get some good star views. Star business up there.
Yeah, you're pretty far. I mean, just like in the real world, you're pretty far away from any of the ambient light of the city, so you actually have a better view of the stars than you've had any night so far in Ravnica.
Oh, cool. I'm gonna check out that one that was weirdly dark last night.
You don't see it.
It's just gone, or is it not where I can't see it?
No, I mean, it's happened before, like from the drift of stars,
Yeah.
like you get the impression that it's just gone further and further out because it had been very dim before when you had looked at it. So,
Okay, cool. I'm just gonna keep mapping.
While you're doing that, you hear, Wemo is so fucking weird.
Jeez.
I kill her in her sleep. I turn on the party. Dimir for life.
Dimir for life, bitches! You pull out daggers. Yeah.
Hey, I like Dimir too.
I'm actually 17th level rogue.
Oh.
Literally not surprised.
so you awaken in the morning as there's a knocking at the door of the carriage.
Completed long rest.
Yes.
What is it?
Luckily, nothing else happened.
Rip out my sword. And is it like a door or like a curtain?
A door.
Okay, push open the door and push the sword. What do you want?
You see Tan standing there, and because you're in the carriage and he's not too terribly tall, like your swords, you kind of like have to adjust. You're not used to riding like this high.
Sorry, what do you want?
Everything is ready.
Wake up. Oh my god.
Hmm?
They're always like this. No, time to go.
I'm up. Let's
Boat.
Go. Let's go.
Mission.
Oh, yes. We got something to do. Let's go.
Wemo appears. Aha!
Did you sleep last night, Wemo?
Did you sleep last night?
Did you sleep in my bed, Wemo?
No, I did not.
And that's why I'm not eating you this morning.
I will not eat you either. A mutual agreement.
Raven does chuckle a touch. That's funny.
Is something wrong with her?
What's going on?
Do any of you have experience with boats?
Me?
No.
Okay. So Tan knows how to drive a boat, kind of. Our plan is to head down into the sonnet. There's not the same kind of spiral as before, so we're going to have to climb down a ladder to get to the lower level, and there's kind of a shore down there, apparently.
Okay.
Where's this ladder you speak of?
Lead me to your ladder.
It's next to that giant hole over there. And like peeking out of the carriage, you can see that you're in the middle of what looks like an open air aquarium, as there's many large tanks set up. You see sharks, dolphins, all different types of colorful fish, and the tanks descend underground, so it looks like there's likely some grand waterway that they're all coming up, but each tank is unique in its inhabitants. So there's definitely something happening underground separating them out. And you see a large hole in the distance, and there's a man in a very small hat with a very short brim and is standing behind a small pedestal, and he seems to be tearing tickets. Some people who then turn and make their way down the ladder.
Do we have tickets?
Wemo, do we need tickets?
Tan the man! And then Tan holds up 4 tickets.
Oh, one of them.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Wait.
Whoosh! And then we went invisible.
Yep.
Oh,
Okay.
Yes.
Alright, let's go down the ladder.
Alrighty.
Take
Yeah.
me to the ladder.
Tan the man, lead the way.
Tan leads you over, hands the 4 tickets to the ticket taker,
What a man.
tears them, hands them back to him, kind of looks you guys over. Alrighty, folks, we can head down the ladder now. Just don't make it too awkward.
What?
Hmm?
I climb way too close to Tan. Make it weird.
I keep accidentally looking up at Harlan's butt.
I go last.
They wear a giant cape. We've already mentioned it this session.
And I just keep looking up, being like, oh, butt,
Your butt.
butt.
Butt. Okay.
That boat over there is ours. And Tan points to a very rickety looking
Oh Lord.
boat. But it does look like the kind that you'd expect maybe a dozen people to be able to man. We have about a day's travel left ahead of us.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Are you going with us?
Yes,
Okay.
I know how to steer a boat.
Well, fortunately, so do I. So between the two of us, I think we'll make it.
That
Yeah.
will be very helpful because I'm not quite sure how to make it go.
Do I think I know how to make it go?
Where's the rudder?
I point at it.
Ah, no control stick for it. It must all be internal somewhere.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And you get the impression that he is used to operating a much smaller boat.
Have I been on boats before?
Yes, because
Okay.
you traversed continents in your first evacuation. So,
Yes.
uh,
Okay, that makes sense.
Have I been on a boat before?
I don't believe you ever visited your family that was near the water, or like any distant relatives near the water, right? So
No, they must have
probably
visited
not.
us.
Alright,
And
so
then there's the more expensive boats to get from place to place, but you wouldn't have ever taken those either. So.
Oh yes, I've read about boats.
Well, since you've seen them and you're aware of, like, to you, the type of people who take them are all the rich.
I will sweep the poop deck.
You are being very odd right now.
alright,
It's just a boat.
I'm gonna
It's interesting. It's new.
jump on and just start
Okay.
barking orders at people and telling y'all to do shit.
Oh, are you telling us to do shit that we have no idea what it means?
Yeah,
We're, like, using
give
all
us
this
an
jargony
example.
stuff?
Oh, exactly.
I
Yes.
would like a role-played example, please.
I apologize. I can't exactly roleplay
Do
that.
you not have a full page of random boat terms in your character folder?
No, I don't.
That is poor planning.
Session canceled. Everyone go home.
Feeding down from the vertical tunnel is a powerful breeze that kind of sweeps your hair as you're boarding the boat and gives life to the sail. But the entire sea seems to be underground. There's kind of this, again, bioluminescent glow coming from under the water, several fish lighting up. So we'd lost our recording, but that was near the end of our session. Next time we pick up with boats. The end.
Boats.